Hello and welcome to another jam-packed, awesome episode of In Her Shoes, where we speak all things conversation, all things what's happening. Yes, we are Christian, but we're living in a world where a lot is happening and we have one or two things to say. I am your host, Duma Zondi, and I am so excited that you chose to tune in and watch in this week's episode. Listen, this week it's going to be interesting. Before I unpack the topic, let me unpack the familiar faces and the faces that are new to the In Her Shoes podcast. Let's say hello to the beautiful cast.
Hello, hi. My name is Lerato Sutuma. You can call me Lira. This face is not new. You know me.
Yes.
I'm so glad to be back. It's been a while. But yeah, you know, I'm your girl in tech. I'm your MC. I'm your radio personality. But most importantly, I'm a Jesus girly and a lover of conversations. And I can't wait to tackle today's episode.
Hello everyone, my name is Langeli Shemvuyana, well known as Tiko. I'm a soccer fanatic. Pleased to be here and can't wait. A bit nervous, but can't wait.
So hello everybody, I'm Hunter Loretu. I go by the name of Abednego Loretu, your music minister and your sound engineer. I'm so glad to be here.
Absolutely. Listen, we are excited. So today we are speaking about salary wars. Can the man still lead if the woman is getting paid more? Does the paycheck determine the power dynamics in the house? Does the paycheck change even the spiritual roles that we have as Christians in the household? That's what we're going to be unpacking today. But to start things off, I just want to get a simple yes or no from you as the cast in the house. Do you think that a man can still lead properly in the home if the woman is the one getting paid more? Yes or no? I don't want to go deep. Just give me a yes or a no. Yeah.
Sorta, kinda.
Oh, yes or no?
Sorta, kinda yes. Sorta, kinda no. Yes.
Oh,
Okay, I'm joking. Yes-ish.
Did I know?
Okay, yes.
So he can still lead even though she's making more?
Yes, he can.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Yes?
Let me go first. I'd say no.
No. Okay.
I'd say no.
I'll say yes.
You'd say yes. As a woman, I would say no as well.
Ooh.
I personally, I just say no. But let me not go in because we said we're going to go in later. But let's now first define what leadership is in the home. We've watched our parents, some of us have watched our parents or watched society, and there's a society leadership, there's a Christian leadership, and there's what we've adapted to, of made our own. What is your personal understanding of a leader of a household?
I think a leader is someone who has foresight,
Sure.
right? The ability to see beyond the present. And this ability makes this person a leader because then they are able to, set things in motion that the rest of us do not see. So in a family setting, for a man to be considered a leader, he has to have the foresight of where he wants to see his family. Then with that understanding, he leads or takes along the wife and the kids.
Sure.
That for me is what defines a leader.
That's a vision.
The vision,
A man
bearer.
that has a vision.
Yes.
Okay. Gents, what's a leader in a home for you?
For me, I think what Lerato just said, you have to be a visionary. Like for instance, you have to think beyond yourself as an individual. Like you have to consider everyone's needs, and you have to be like futuristic. It's okay, fine. Where do I see the whole family as a unit, or the whole group as a unit in 5 years, in 10 years?
Yeah.
Sometimes you have to. There's a trade-off whether are you gonna please the people that you're leading for now, or like you must be willing to sacrifice the now for tomorrow.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm making it wrong. Yes.
Absolutely.
So say again, visionary.
Yes.
I think I agree with Lana. You, as a man, you must have a direction. So if you have a direction, you know the direction, then you are the one who's going to lead the whole family to the direction of where you want to go.
Okay. So let's talk about potentials though, because some of us fall in love with potentials. So you have a potential to lead, but asibo leadership, because the truth is women fall in love with what they hear, men fall in love with what they see.
Yes.
That's why they get pretty wives. And we, because he's saying the right things, the right things. So as much as you guys are saying a visionary is important, but what happens then when you fall in love with the potential? A man who has a vision, it looks great, but like pen and paper, and it's been years, because the truth is, you can marry someone before you see what it really is, because it takes time. Vision takes time. But let's say we are 5 years in, we are 8 years in, and we are still not seeing what we had promised when you proposed to me. What then? Because then also I wanna get the practicality of I see the vision, it's beautiful, but where is it?
Ish, this is tricky because should you marry them before you at least have some solid evidence of them having some sort of traits of leadership? So yes, maybe the bigger vision of the family unit and where we're going to go in 5 years' time, 5-year plans and whatnot. I'm not saying wait 5 years before you marry him, but I'm saying there's certain, criteria and metrics that you can use to measure his ability to actually lead. Small goals, just, you check him to say, okay, when we're talking about, quick or short-term goals that we have set for ourselves in our dating stage, for example, does he meet them? Is he able to, see it? Is he able to plan around tomorrow, plan a date, plan, what's going to happen a month from now? So these are little things that these are little things that you then are studying it's not a test, but you are learning and studying about your partner. And this short-term goals, if he's able to lead you guys to, success in that respect, then I think you can be comfortable to say even with the bigger long-term goals, he has the potential, because he's proven himself with the short goals that he can actually be the leader of our family.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think that's where sometimes we factor in this idea of dating first, because if you haven't dated, it's quite tricky, because now you fall in the trap of not being able to discern people. Yes. So for instance, if I'm looking at it from a girl's point of view.
Okay.
If you've dated someone before, like let's say you've dated 3 people, right? Because a lot of people, the first person might have examples or maybe glimpses of leadership.
Yeah.
And then when you're a bit older, then you realize, this one. Yeah, well, so it kind of changes. So when you're a bit more mature, you go in with that background. It's okay, fine. This is what I'm looking for. So you have certain traits whereby you go in looking for, because now you've seen. I'm not saying you should date everyone prior to getting married or anything.
Yes.
But
with
experience.
We collect data
Yes.
from 3 people. You said 3 people.
It also comes with friendship, right?
Yes,
you realize, okay, friendship, they do make promises, they do certain things, and then you realize, okay, this is what a friend is.
Yeah.
So sometimes it really does come with experience.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anything else to add?
And I have a question for him, but I'll let you. Because he's talking up. Oh, you have your. Okay, I'll let you. Yeah.
I think it's not easy, but you can see and tell. As you mentioned, Ruti, there are things that you're going to see at that early stage. That is he able to blend our dates, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So the vision, as you said, the vision is there, and then it sounds,
It's clapping.
Yeah. But our actions are team. So the public stage, so where everything starts, what is it that this person is doing? Like wenzani ekwenza ukuthi okay ngizohlala, I can deal with this.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that was your question.
My question is.
No.
Something burning here.
Okay.
You know what's the problem with that, right? With guys, it's something that we call the long game.
Oh, thank you.
Now we're getting on a
So when you haven't dated, you don't know that. Yeah. Well, so when it comes to date, like guys, we call it sometimes there is operational cost, right? So that's when you're pursuing someone.
Okay.
I may not have the finances to maintain the relationship, but for me to get you, you know,
I'll overdraft.
Yes, I can go on overdraft just to get you. So now, if you have that mindset, so it's okay to plan dates, I can do that for the whole year, right? Plan dates, do this. To you, I'll seem like someone who's actually is a leader, who's able to do these things, but for that period only.
Can you really perform for a year?
I can for years.
No, guys, you're going to sleep. Nah, I believe you're going to sleep because it's beyond just the dating. I mean, the planning date was an example, right? But there's many other things that happened, right?
Never underestimate what the guy.
A guy who's determined.
A year, Mazondi, just lying and doing things that are not natural. Because you're acting, you're performing, but it's not something that comes naturally to you. You're not a natural leader. You're not naturally, able to think for me, to plan ahead, to, be attentive to my needs, to be selfless. You're acting.
So no, a man can do what you need him to do in a period. That's what he needs.
A year.
So if you are telling me I like a man who plans dates, he will plan dates because he knows that's what you like. Because for me, that was the issue is we sometimes prioritize things that aren't priorities to men, and then we say they are visionaries because they're not priorities to us.
Sure.
So we might say a man who can plan a date is a priority. Yeah. But he's like, no, I'm planning a bigger future than just planning dates. So because you don't see him planning, he's not a visionary. I want to plan. But there's a bigger picture because you got to be with a man that doesn't want to tickle what you want at that time. Because then the bigger picture is he actually can't do it.
But it's an interviewing phase, guys. You need to impress me so that you can get the gig. So for you to be saying, I'm not going to try and impress you, and I'm not saying lie or act, but I'm saying you need to do something on a smaller scale. You have to show me something for me to say, okay, I'm going to take you. Because in audition, guys, when it comes to dating, who to date, who not to date, who to eventually marry, if you're not performing during that stage, you're not even going to get the chance to show me because I won't say yes. Because what am I saying yes to?
But I think you should be able to see more than that, because now, for instance, it's just a matter of taking up your phone, right? Look at the trends. To what girls normally like. It's dates. It's flowers.
Yes.
It's text messages. So I've already won you because I'll tick all those boxes. And then already I'm past that stage.
But it's deception, Leo.
We need to be careful, right?
Yes.
Because then my next question now is, what's authority and what's responsibility? We spoke about leadership. You guys mentioned leadership as visionary. Mm-hmm. But now let's look at, because when we're looking at the salary wars, because now we're going into the whole marriage, now we're looking at things like authority and responsibility. Is the man authoritative? Does he have authority? Does the pocket give him authority? And then also responsibility. Does him taking up the financial responsibility give him the authority in the house? So let's look at authority and responsibility in the household. Indoda, any authority, indoda, any pagete na? Yes or no? What are your thoughts on authority and responsibility? Taking care of the mortgage, the insurances, the kids' school fees.
Let me let the providers take it. As the submissive one. So let me let Abu Baba.
I would say on this one, with how we grew up, family and society, we grew up knowing that in order.
Ndoda must.
Yes.
Before ndoda must, manje. So siqale nayo kuphi? There at home.
Okay.
Yeah. So masiqala nayo there at home, what happens? Bakufundisa ini. If you are able to be responsible for yourself, then that gives you the ability to take responsibility of
another person
around you.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you learn this thing ekaya, that makes it easy for you to be responsible.
Sure.
Okay.
Or when you have a partner. Then coming to the authority. Then it means if I am able to take care of myself, then I can take care of you.
Okay. So it plays a role, a very big role in authority and responsibility.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
Yeah, I think the whole setup, how it is, like for instance, us culturally,
Yes.
right? Like even paying for a ball. So for even the whole setup, marriage, before it even starts, so it factor any man.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
So it's a very important factor with Imali, because now I don't think usually people talk about having, okay, it's kind of an example. It's okay, how well can you take care of our daughter?
Yes. That's,
Do you know?
Yeah.
So already, if you don't have the finances, so the foundation of it all does stem from Imali.
That's true, yeah, because the big question every father asks, can you take care of my daughter?
Yeah.
And your lobola is you showing Uti, Baba, I can.
I'm good for
I
it.
am
Yeah.
prepared as well.
Yeah. Come on.
So are we then saying you don't have any authority outside of the money? If you're not good for it, does it take away your authoritative positioning in the home as a man?
My question is, personally, I'm genuinely asking, guys. I'm genuinely asking, what authority do you have if you don't have the money? I'm genuinely asking. Ekhaya, in a household, are you just the man because you no offense, you have sperms?
No.
Like what's the authority? What is it that you have in this house where you can walk in and say, give your daughter like I'm the man. Uthengeni, wenzeni, yini le? You know what I'm saying? So I'm genuinely asking, what is it that a man can say, I'm a man?
I can't believe I have to defend men.
You don't have to do right now. You don't have to do right now.
Okay, defend yourselves.
Yeah, like for instance, yes. I feel like we would see if everything is perfect, if we lived in a perfect world, I understand your point, right? But when you fast forward, looking at today's time, we live in a very shaky economy.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah.
So we talk about this with a friend of mine, right? When you hear a lot of people are very successful, they'll tell you, would say, like when you look back, right? When you used to grow up, you'd hear some people would say, they're rich, right? They're probably rich throughout their whole lives, right?
Yeah.
Because things weren't like volatile.
Yeah.
So now you get like entrepreneurs back there, 2002. So
It was
rich.
great.
Yes.
2009.
It was
Rock
bad.
bottom. So you'd have one lifetime, you'd have one family or one entrepreneur being rich 5 times, being broke 6 times. So then what does it mean to the household? Just because the would say now we're falling. Now I'm not worthy, you're not worthy of listening to me or me being the leader.
But that's different. That's a time frame. My issue is, we are in this thing.
So my question is, what if it starts pants?
Wait. Sorry, yeah.
You get me?
Can I?
Well.
Can I just defend men?
Please.
I hate to do it, but I have to. I feel like we need to look at the bigger picture. Money is a resource. It's not the all in all. It's a resource. You can make the most money and still be very irresponsible with it as a man. And now you're squandering it around. You're making more money, but now your behavior and how you conduct yourself brings shame to your own family, right? So you have money, but are you an authoritative figure if the way you handle yourself or the way you even handle that money is not really benefiting the family? So I feel like money is an important resource, but it's just a resource at the end of the day. Yes, it's a contributing factor when we define authority, but it is not the only defining thing.
What is it?
There is protection from a man. My man will protect me, and that does not require money, right? My man can be there for me to be, maybe if I'm an emotional being, he comes with the logic and the problem solving type of thing. That doesn't require money, right? And then just from that alone, I can look at him and realize I need this person in my life because outside of him, I can't defend myself in certain spaces. I can't protect myself. I'm vulnerable in certain spaces. But because of him, I'm able to be covered by him. He didn't open his wallet yet, right? maybe I didn't have vision. We're going back to that. Maybe I didn't have vision for my career. I don't know what I want to do with my life. But there comes this man in my life who's able to say, you know what, you're actually good at 1, 2, 3. So how about we try this? How about you apply for funding? He's not funding it, but he is the mind behind it.
But now let's look at our society. How many women are actually willing to have that kind of thing? Because we are so now self-made as women.
Yes.
Women are so well put together because there's now the phrase that I don't need a man.
Yeah.
He's just there because
Yeah.
I have vision, I know it. And women are very focused nowadays.
Yes.
Because we've pushed the girl child so much. She's a visionary.
Yeah.
She's a protector. She can stand up for herself. She can be like, no, don't come with that. So now it's the issue of, now men are struggling to say, where's my place? Because Lerato is so well put together. And maybe that's where the wallet comes in. Because I can provide for you with something that, as girls, we like.
Yeah.
We like not paying for our nails. Like, guys, don't get it twisted. Girls like not paying. But yes, I know, what's your take?
It's not about whole.
No.
As whole is your volunteer.
It's what deep down inside. Women don't know it. It's not that deep. It's not deep down inside.
Yeah.
It's very surface. We don't want. But what's your take?
Okay, I just wanted to say with Connor, it's not simple, ne? As a man, as I've indicated, we grow up, with some certain things. And then although as Ines is taught from outside the society and church as well. But now, you know, you just said you guys don't like paying for your nails. And I know you have to do your nails. You can, but you don't like it. Yeah. So, imagine you ask, okay, you have to do your nails now and next. Then what? That makes it a little bit tough. Leadership.
Sure,
in as much as I can still advise you, protect you, then when it comes to certain things now, where's the wallet?
So do you feel less than
it takes away your ego.
Sure. To know that you can't do those little things that I actually like.
Yeah.
Ooh,
that's sad. And I wanted to ask girls, submission. Is it easier to submit to a man that has a pocket, or that that has
that's good for us?
Because then it goes back to what we are seeing in society, where we are seeing older men dating much younger girls because they're daddying them. They are proper being daddies to these girls, and that's why the younger girls are more submissive. So when he dates a Lerato or a Siwe, hey, kanda shisa, because submission doesn't come as easy, because so what's submission and money when it comes to us as girls?
I think that's why the Bible had to recommend it for us ladies to submit, because husbands must love their wives, but wives must submit.
Yes.
I think it was necessary for that recommendation to be there, because God knew that submission wouldn't come easily to us as women. So does it make it easy? Of course. Because you just spoke to the fact that my need of being taken care of, is already taken care, like it's done.
Yeah.
When I need nails, when I need money, whatever it is, this little needs, big, small needs that I have, if a man is able to take care of those things, it's easy for me to then sort of relax. Because we're always so guarded, we're always, trying to make sure that we are protected, that we have enough. When there's a man that says, I want to take that load off of you, very easy for me to then just allow him to be a man. I don't have to debate with him. I don't need to compete with him, because he is giving me a natural need, or he's providing a natural need that I have as a girl. So the moment he's not moneyed, of course it becomes a bit rough. Now it's about me obeying God more than it being a natural instinct for me to just say, well, he's good for it. Anytime he gave me a black card. This is no longer about you, Tando. It's no longer, it's about, but if God said he has to be the authoritative figure over my life, I will obey God, even if it doesn't feel right. I feel like I'm better than you. I feel like, in actual fact, I don't need you. But if God said this position is yours, then I have to obey him. Is it easy? No. Is it natural? No. But it is a commandment from God.
I love that. feel like you're itching, you're burning.
Not really. I feel like we would say a lot of females nowadays are dating out of poverty.
Yo,
True, but look at it this way, right? A lot of girls are willing to overlook important things just because of the guy has money.
Yeah.
So you hear when you go to social media, when you hear people's stories, when they lash out, when something big happens, this guy, I'm not saying with everyone.
Yeah.
Let's say someone is abusive.
Yeah.
It doesn't necessarily start with one person, with the guy killing a girl. It starts off with I'm shy, but because you're dating out of poverty, now other people have a problem with labeling my needs and wants. So now your wants have become your needs. You feel like I need to get those hair done. So when you get there, you're with someone who's abusive.
Yeah.
You're overlooking a good guy and you're settling for someone who has money. Whereby that's the only contributing factor that they have, which is money. Yeah, and then which your brothers, what happened? Umazondo Shonil was killed by this person, but this person has been abusive for like 10 years.
Yeah.
Just because people now prioritizing money over other qualities.
Dating out of poverty.
Out of poverty.
Dating from Isisu. Oh man, wow. So now I want to ask the men. Would you be okay with your woman paying the mortgage of the house or the bond of the house? And then I want to ask Lerato, would you be okay paying the bond but it being under his name?
I.
He's the man, most. Like, ushateka mukwena. Ikama kwena, like, Lerato. So understand? So the house has to be under his name, but are you okay with paying the bond? And then the men, are you okay allowing a woman to pay the bond? Because I think it's one of the biggest bills in a marriage is who's paying for the house.
Yeah.
I'm insurance, I'm a grocer. We can always discuss that, but who is the covering of this house? Who is paying for this house? So would you guys be okay with your wife paying it? And then Lerato, would you be okay with it being under his name, but you are the one, because you're the one who's getting the 2 mil end of the year. He's getting 100,000. So, what's your take on that?
Should I go first?
You can, because I think they're still digesting.
So why does it have to be under his name? So if we are okay with each other's financial situations as a home because we are one, and I happen to be more financially advanced than him, then I will go apply for the bond under my name, depending on our marital contract, right? So maybe if it's out of community of property and whatever the case is, where I'm able to go alone as an individual and apply for that bond and I qualify for it.
Sure.
And then I will, if maybe we have agreed that then I will be taking care of this bond date, right? Why is it now important for it to be under his name? Can't we just say, well, my wife is good for it and we're in this thing for the long term. It will be under Lerato. Lerato will be paying for it. It's her bill, but she's doing it for us because we are a family, we're a unit. I won't have a problem with that. I will ask the question, why is it important for my man to be the one whose name is on the title deed? Then
it's for a man, are you okay with your woman, the house that you're living under, iphathwe gama lakhe? It's her name and her surname under the roof that you are sleeping under. It. How do you
I would say no.
Okay. So no to the name, also no to the paying, like no in general.
No to the paying.
Okay.
Because I would feel like actually it's gonna take down my ego as a man.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then number 2, Lerato has just mentioned something now.
Yeah.
So what happens? It's a question. Let's say we got married.
Yeah.
I had the house. I was doing everything. I bought Malfina. Then business went down.
Yeah.
Then I think that's where I can say my name. It's still there because we cannot change because it is yes. Then how do we?
Then you it's like you ask her to take over the bill for now.
For now, yeah. I think that way
it's better.
A little bit, yes.
Okay.
I think I wouldn't be okay. I think the dynamics comes when you're earning more. Also, I'm not saying accommodate my ego, But if we go for a lesser house, which I can afford,
Yeah.
do you get me? Like for instance, there's a lot of dynamics. It might not be the house. It might be like even we talked about school, kids, right? Sending the kids to this kind of school. But I feel like I can't partake in those kind of expenses because I'm not there yet.
It's quite a couple
So we have to reach a certain level whereby it's okay, fine, we're living in this house, but it's momentarily, or our kids are going to this school.
Yeah.
Do you get me?
Yeah.
Because now it means we would say, if we live in a house like that specific house that you are paying for, chances are I can't afford my rate. I can't, for instance, I don't know what else. Okay, so I can't. It's of this amount. Do you get me?
Yeah.
So what am I doing? You know?
Yeah.
So we have to find a way whereby we can balance each other, where everyone will feel as if they're worthy.
So then I want to come back to you right now.
Please.
Because I want to say, are you willing to compromise your kids and take them to a lesser school when you know you can afford corporate? In your heart, in your mind.
Lord,
you know you can afford corporate. But because, husband, I still say halfway house. Still say middle primary school because he wants to do the bill. But you know what I'm saying? Or you know you can afford a 7-bedroom.
Yes.
So you know you work, you are a CASA, you can afford. I said, baby, because I need to pay this, can we live in a 3-bedroom house? The kids will share. As a woman.
Number one, when we started this episode, we said what defines a leader is vision.
Yes,
right?
okay.
You keep going to say, for now, I don't. Why can't you see beyond your for now? Because for now, your wife can. And you and I are a unit, meaning you afford that house if I afford it.
Oh, man.
Right? In the same way, I'd be comfortable to say, we're living in a 7-bedroom house, knowing very well I couldn't pay it myself. But I would say my husband is good for it. So it means we afford to live in this, affluent estates and take our kids to this affluent schools. It sounds to me like an ego issue more than it is a matter of having to because why must we compromise our children just because you don't feel good about yourself currently at this moment? Because fast forward 10 years, you have doubled your salary. Now you're earning more. But the foundation of our children now has been compromised because they had to go to maybe lesser schools or maybe instead of a private school, they went to a public school just because when your ego was going to be bruised. Of course, I wouldn't allow that. I'll tell you, be a leader, be a visionary. If I afford it, you afford it.
The problem with that, let's say for instance, let me break it down. Let's say my finances, right? I have certain brackets where I have a certain amount that I want to save.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Because now what people like, for instance, like how I brought that factor in of living in that place, right? There are other finances, there are other expenses, right? So you take your school to that posh school, you take them to Michaelhouse, you take them to Hilton College. That's not the only expense.
Yeah.
My extramural activities.
Yes, uniform.
So I cannot partake in everything that my kid does.
Yeah.
Like they're going on a trip to New Zealand.
Yeah.
So I foresee the future expenses that comes with that. It's like a lot of people get a promotion. Promotion, they buy a car. They don't factor there's petrol. There's
service.
Service. So what I'm saying is I cannot be a man.
Sure.
Live in a house, okay, fine, you pay a bond, but it's not a bond, yo.
Yes.
That bond comes with certain expenses because we live in that neighborhood.
Okay.
So I'm foreseeing it's okay, fine, now, babes, let's take a hold on. We're gonna get there.
As long as you're factored in, because to me it sounds like, as long as you're factored in what you are saying truly and you're saying, with my salary, we truly cannot afford it. And it has nothing to do with the fact that you're not the one that will be paying for it. If we are honestly saying we take out the spreadsheet with my salary and your salary, and then we did, and then things are not balancing, I will listen to you. Obviously, I'm not saying just because I have more money, I'm going to do it. But if you're truly saying the only reason you're against this plan of ours is because the calculations do not balance, then sharp. But if the money balances, Mazondi, the calculations show that we will afford all of it because of my salary, and you're still saying no just because you're not the one who will be paying, I'm sorry, it's an ego situation, and
men are masculine. That's where the next thing is.
Yeah.
Are we taking away the man's masculinity and the man's authority by being that woman is saying, but I can afford it, I've got it covered? Or by you being submissive and saying, Baba, okay, if you're saying right now we can't, it won't be.
Just because he's saying it, even if the spreadsheet says we can afford it.
Your spreadsheet.
Our
His one
spreadsheet.
doesn't,
No.
He really wants to go, the child goes to New Zealand, but the child can't go to New Zealand because, but I know what's your take?
I think it should come with an agreement. If we are married, then it's no longer me as the head. It's now us.
Yeah.
She was mentioning isn't as Nengi that has to do with us. Because it's you and I now.
Yeah.
So if ngizothi la kwamabaso, you understand? You are married wena kwamabaso. Ne? Ngihamba mina ngibuya ne-10 rand endlini, I put it on the table. You come back with 200 rand, we put it on the table. So we have 210 rand.
Thank you.
If we agree. But if sonke la endlini sinale ngqondo yokuthi I'm the man, then bona ukuthi since I'm making 10 rand wena wenza then ego mayetla. Then also that I would say it comes with the issue of being able to submit.
Okay.
Submission and obedience now.
Because now my next question is, as a woman, when you are paying for all these big things and then he comes and has an opinion over your money, are you okay with that?
Absolutely, because it's our money. It should always be our money.
So there'll never be a part in your life where because also holding a household financially is emotional.
Yes.
It's draining.
Yes.
Because now remember, you're still a mother.
Yeah.
You're still a nurturer. You got to pay the kids. You got to clean the house. You got to delegate. But also you feel like, Kuya saying that because now I'm doing everything. And yes, he's bringing the 10 rand and you bring the 200 rand. But the truth is, now you are really physically doing everything. Financially, emotionally, your body, your finances.
Yeah.
Will you not get to a point as a woman you say, Gikatele, there's got to be something that you are relieving me from?
Yes.
Because as a mother of the house, now you're financially the coverage of the house.
Yeah.
Is it still our money? But is it not for a woman to be the one giving her all?
Is he in my list of prayer requests for a husband to God?
Jesus.
This scenario is not the ideal one.
Okay.
I'd rather bring the 10 rand and he brings the 200.
100%.
That is my perfect scenario.
Yes.
But I'm just now tackling this scenario that I would have been dealt, right? I would appreciate the vulnerability in the relationship for me to get to be tired. In the same way, I would appreciate his vulnerability to say, I feel like I'm not doing enough. I feel emasculated by this situation. I feel open up because we are not society. It's you and I, right? To say, I know it's our money, but truthfully speaking, I feel like as a man, there should be more. And then from there, another conversation will come about. In the same sense, if I start saying, but as a woman, I know I afford it, but I would have wished it was you. And then another conversation comes out of that. Is it an ideal situation? No. Will I get tired? Absolutely, because it's not what I want. But let's make it work.
I mean, guys, I still stand on the other side. Eh?
Yeah, and I'm with you. I am with you on the other side.
When it comes especially females, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if you've ever been borrowed by your woman.
Imagine. Yeah.
You make sure what you paid back.
Yeah, for sure.
No, I would say it always comes out.
Oh.
Women always come. Yeah, but this thing of the ladies paying for everything.
No, it does.
Yeah, but one day you guys have an argument. It will come up.
That's
like
the thing.
This thing of me saying, Uti, you must find a certain stage or a certain equilibrium whereby you can just be able to afford. Yeah, but it's like I like making examples, right?
Yeah.
You have a friend who's well off, and maybe you are not as much, right? So when your friend is well off, usually the places that you go, probably in the middle of you guys.
Yeah.
You don't want to take your friend to a place where as it's none cheap, they wouldn't be able to afford.
Yeah.
Do you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, I was no, you can order extras or sides.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So that was initially. So that's what I'm trying to
I hear you.
train away from Uguti. When you're a man, like they go to that school, but you'd want to contribute something. But if it's not feasible, how about we find another school whereby I'd also feel like I'm partaking in the growth of this child?
Sure.
And
I hear him. I hear
absolutely.
it. Yeah.
So now let's look at this day and age where we actually have gents who don't mind not paying the bill. Let's talk about those gents. I'm sure in your circles or in your mates, or you might know someone, guys who are very much relaxed in terms of, no, my woman's got it.
Yeah.
And all right, like I can see with you guys, like it's just like you know, there's an ego element. But let's talk about the gents who are just like, no, if you've got it, you've got it. Kubega, do you, baby girl? I mean, I'm here for the vibes. Like, I love you. And so let's talk about those gents. You know, let's come across those guys who actually are okay with women paying the big bills. Is that okay? Is it right? Is it, you know, different strokes, different folks. You know, what's your take on the gents who actually look for women who are well off than them? Who say, no, I grow from her. Because we are not, they say that.
But do they grow though?
Vale.
Because usually, life becomes too comfortable for the men to actually grow or prosper.
Yeah.
So you'd find that, those are the dynamics of the relationship. The girl will always be like, you know, that's where the sugar mama factor comes in.
Yes.
You know? Yeah. I think maybe it's usually, I'm not too sure if they do get married, but from the conversations I'd hear around, guys are just in it for the short period.
I was about to say that. A man that really wants you long term and sees you as a wife long term, whether you're traditional or you're a modern day gent, there is a natural instinct. I'm going back to that natural instinct thing where he wants to care for you. This is why right now both of our guys here are having difficulties, you know, being okay with the woman doing everything because their intentions are good, right? A natural instinct for a man is to be the one that is taking care of his household in that manner. So the moment a guy comes to you and is like, ooh, I love corporate baddies because they don't ask. They are not going to ask you for nails. They're not going to ask you for this. In actual fact, she will help me out with my car payment. She will help me. Chances are he's a leech. And he's not in it. He's in it for a short ride, just, you know, for vibes, good time, and not the long term. Because I don't think there's any man who naturally would want that setting for the rest of their lives, where they're not trying to change the dynamics. They're just happy to receive. I don't think that's how God made man. So if you find, ladies, these are red flags. If you find a guy that's happily letting you do everything, just know he does not have your best interest at heart.
Yeah, because it shows Uguti, this person, he does not have a vision.
Absolutely.
He does not have a direction. He doesn't know Uguti uyagupi. Yeah, well. And as Lerato mentioned, brother also mentioned Uguti, I'm here,
Yeah,
boy, because of the benefits.
Yeah.
Then masengizo ukuthi ngathi no. Then uzophuma kanje.
Sure. Because I want to touch back on that. Says scripture says God spoke to Adam and said, cultivate the land.
Sure.
It was an instruction. Adam. Adam was given instructions. I've given you this great land, cultivate it. Yeah. So it's technically or spiritually or naturally, it should be in a man's natural instinct to want to work, to want to provide. And because, you know, I always hear Miles Monroe say, give a woman food, she'll give you dinner. So women are the ones who take the seed and create something out of it. So that's how it should be. So now I want to go back to our first question as we wrap things up.
All right.
Can a man lead a house if he's not the one paying the bills on the house? Yes or no? Let's go back to that before we wrap it up. I'm still on no. I don't know whether the answers have changed.
I still say what I said. I say yes.
Okay.
Yes.
A full yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I still say yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Still standard no.
I think it's the Zulu in us. I think the Zulu in us is like, ah. But all right, okay, so we're going to do some closing remarks. So what's one thing that you want to make sure that the listener and the viewer at home take out of this? It's been a very interesting, for me, this has been a very interesting conversation. Let's speak to the listener or the viewer at home and say, out of everything we've said, here's my 2 cents when it comes to marriage, relationships, money, salaries, and the submission and the leadership. Here's my take for you. Here's what I'm giving you as my 2 cents. Let's give our 2 cents to the viewers at home.
Okay, here's my 2 cents. Watch out for the red flags, ladies. Natural instincts of a man is to provide for you, not to take away or to benefit from you in that way. And the Bible was not wrong. There's a reason why those recommendations are there. If God saw it fit for it to be that way, then let it be that way. But in the same sense, things change when you're in marriage, guys. Let's not have the I mentality when you're in marriage, because life fluctuates. Today, you're the one that's making more money. Tomorrow, your man will be making more money, but the marriage lasts forever.
Yes.
So you must always have the mentality of unity and not I.
Langa?
For me, it would be like, take time to know someone. And especially for chains, don't let beauty. Yeah, well, sometimes, they are pretty, but, just take time to know someone. Not everyone is pretty.
Inside, out.
And then also, listen to old people. I feel like there's wisdom there.
Yeah.
There's wisdom there. Somebody, is she obedient? Does she listen to you? If you say, there's something that a friend of mine used to say, would say, just I don't want to say disappoint her once, right? Or twice, maybe. Let's say if we were planning on something, say, you know what, babe, we can't do this. I'm a bit short. Given you do have the finances, see how she responds, rather than finding that out so when things are bad. Now you're stuck. Yeah, but now you factor in things like you're going through something. So depression, so anxiety.
Yes, yeah.
Do you get me? So yeah, take time. Take time and then do pray about it.
The Lord is good.
Here's my 2 cents. I'm with Brother Langa. Do not rush to get married to someone because you found them at church. Because church is like a hospital.
Oh, come on.
Not every patient responds to medication. So hence the Bible said that he who finds a wife finds a good thing. So you become a wife before. You don't become a wife in marriage.
Yebo.
And then when you become a wife before, then more figem shadweni, you are already submissive.
Sure.
You already obey. You know how to submit to God. You know how to obey. Understand? Because now when it comes to the money issues, for example, okay, sharp. And then now you're making more money. You should not submit or respect in that. Now, Mazondi, you're making more money. Respect yabazali. If because now you're making more money, that thing will. I feel like it's the same.
Very true.
I love it. Woo! What an impactful episode of In Her Shoes. I hope you enjoyed it because I did. Wow, I have so many notes. Guys, thanks so much for coming in today. It was an absolute great conversation. Do be a part of the conversation. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and write in your comments. Have you been in a situation where you as a lady are getting paid more? Has your respect for your man changed? Or as a man, have you been in a situation where the woman's getting paid more? Did she still respect you and love you nonetheless? Salary wars is what we're speaking about today. Can a man lead even though he is getting paid less? And we had a great conversation. So please do stay tuned to our next episode of In Her Shoes. But for now, it's goodbye. God bless. See you next time.
I was not prepared for what marriage actually is.
Sure.
And I don't think I even knew what it is.
I came into marriage with so much expectation to an extent that I don't know what is it that I was not supposed to not expect from marriage.